Welcome to our tutorial on the Campus Instruction Upgrade. For this tutorial, we'll show you several features within the gradebook and through the attendance module that will help you as we transition to this upgrade between now and the middle of February. The first thing that we'd like you to do in your module is click on the gradebook on the left-hand side. You will notice that the look of the gradebook has changed a little bit, but some of the features are identical. The reason that this has changed is they're trying to make this more user-friendly for all devices to be used anywhere, anytime, and any place. So some of the features that I would like to show you today, I'd like to just walk through the overall look of the gradebook that we currently have. You'll notice that the student's name are listed in alphabetical order. The chart next to it is a sparkline graph that will give you an overview of how the student has done in the class. Later in this tutorial, we'll show you how to adjust some of those features of seeing different sparkline graphs and seeing different graphs within the Infinite Campus Instruction gradebook. You'll notice you still have your posted section, you have your in progress section, and you have your categories. The categories gives you an overall grade of what assignments are listed to the right. One of the features that's new, once you place a grade in the gradebook, you still have the ability to fill all. You still have the ability to put missing, dropped, etc. One of the features that's upgraded is you have the ability by clicking on that right-hand top arrow, I'll do that again, right here, to select the different types of comments that you would like put in. Instead of right-clicking now, all you have to do is open up that window. You can then put a comment into the box, and once you've done that, that will automatically place that in the child's parent portal, student parent portal. You can also do, if we wanted to have just a tardy comment, you can click on tardy. One of the things you're going to notice as well is that it will start to tally the different flags that you have placed within the gradebook. Couple of the other features are the fill scores comments. You click on fill scores. I actually just made a mistake and I forgot to save. You can put a fill score in. Say if we wanted to give everybody a 15 on this assignment since it's worth 15 points. And you click fill. All students would receive the score. Also, you have the multi-score, which allows you to individually go and change grades in a different way. If you wanted to drop the lowest score, you could by clicking on the DR located next to the box. One of the other new features is if you click on this arrow located next to the child's name, it's going to give you box and whisker graphs that show you how the student is doing in comparison to the rest of their classmates. So you'll notice that on this one assignment, this first assignment, this FTE, the student has done, she's right on par with the rest of the class. Gradebook. The next thing I'd like to show you is the Settings tab. Up in this top corner, go ahead and click on Settings, and this is going to bring you into all of the settings that you're used to in the previous versions of Infinite Campus. Right here you can have student filters. Say if you wanted to sort by different flags, missing assignments, you could do it by the individual student. You would click on Student Filters, use the drop-down menu, and select the filter that you would like to select. The other abilities, you have the ability to filter by assignments. So if I wanted to filter by an assignment that was due this week, I'd click on Assignment Filter, click the drop-down menu, and then click Due This Week, and it will bring any assignment up that is available. A couple other features that I'd like to show you. You've got your gradebook set up right here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go into Grade Calc Options. This is where you would go and make sure that all of your grades are set to in progress and numeric. And this is where you would also have the ability to weight the categories if you choose to do so. Previous setup, we still have to do this for all sections. One of the other features that you have that's available is called the assignment list. One of the other things that it shows in the assignment list is all of the active assignments as well as all of the assignments that have been posted on the campus portal. It also gives you the sign date and the due date. The other setup feature that you have is the categories. Is if you have multiple categories, different, maybe a homework category, a test category, quiz category, a lab category, you would place that into this area when you set your gradebook up. So now I'd like to show you some of the preferences that just to go through as we talked a little bit before about the sparkline graphs. You have the ability to turn on the sparkline graph on and off by just clicking the checkbox. You'll notice that the sparkline graph is now gone over next to the student's name. If I'd like it back on, I'm going to just place the check back in there. One of the other abilities that you have is if you want to place a failing color for the grades. If I click on that, you'll notice that green represents passing, red represents failing. Now if you wanted to do this for individual scores, you would click on the individual score box, and then you'll notice over to the right in the categories that it'll show you the passing grades versus the non-passing. One of the things that I would definitely recommend doing is when you have your grade set up and once you're doing your preference, have the save alert checked on. What that'll do is that will make sure that every time you make a change, it's going to force you to save using the save button up at top. The last thing that's available under preference is where you have the ability to use a canned comment when you do report cards. I would definitely recommend that you place this on, because you'll notice over here, since our grading window in this trial is open, you can add a canned comment by clicking on CC right in the posted area. Two other features available right in the settings. You can sort by category, sequence, and due date. In the sort order, you can decide if you want to do ascending or descending. To hide the settings window, we're going to go back up to the settings arrow and click it, and you'll notice that it shifts over. The next setting that I'd like to show you is how you obtain student information while working directly in your gradebook, so you don't have to transition between campus instruction and campus tools. So now that we're in campus instruction, we're going to click on the student's name. When we click on the student's name, this is going to bring you up a face sheet of all the information about that child. It will bring you up the parents' information as well as their non-household contacts. You have the ability to print this as you have before. The next thing in our tutorial that I would like to demonstrate for you is the attendance feature. Within the attendance feature, you click on attendance in the left-hand toolbar. It will bring you up to your classes that are coming up in a sequential order. You will notice at the top that you have homeroom, period 1, and so on. You have in this case, there's 5 classes listed. All you need to do in order to take attendance similar to past is you would click on the different toggle bars to mark the person absent or tardy or present. Once you do that, click save, and that will automatically load into the student system that the student is absent. Thank you for watching our tutorial on the features of gradebook and attendance. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Brian Zimmer at brian_Zimmer@websterschools.org, or contact your secondary scheduler in charge of Infinite Campus in your building. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.